What's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and already opening up the new Crimson King structure deck. So I'm really excited to open up this set with you guys because this is actually based on Jak Atlas and Red Dragon Archfiend, which is amazing. So without further ado guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards. Like in your name description for every single video, getting assigned cards in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month you're a patron. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So I'm really excited to open up this set with you guys because we're actually going to be doing a $30 budget build using 3 of these structure decks. So make sure that you guys hit that notification bell so you can check those out because they are going to be amazing. Because just using 3 of these structure decks actually gets you a really powerful deck, which is really cool to be able to do. I absolutely love that they finally gave Jak Atlas a structure deck that is completely based on him, which is just super cool. And first off, we're going to get a mat, which let's go ahead and check out the mat really quick before we get into the structure deck and see what it looks like. So first off, we're going to get some really cool card tips on the back and see what we can actually see, which is going to be really cool to be able to include some other cards in this deck from other sets, even using the new Crimson Dragon, which is super cool. And that mat looks amazing with the new Red Dragon Archfiend. So let's go ahead and see what we get in the structure deck. First off, right off the bat, we're going to get Soul Resonator, which already is a 1-card combo, which is amazing. But let's go ahead and check it out. And first off, I really quickly want to give a quick shout out to Konami because they actually got rid of the plastic piece that's inside of the structure deck and started using these instead to hold the deck in place, which actually eliminates a lot of plastic waste, which is really nice. So let's go ahead and check it out. So we're going to go ahead and start off with Soul Resonator. Let's go ahead and check out that effect that if this card is normal or special summon, you can add a level 4 or lower fiend monster from your deck to your hand. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extract for the rest of the turn except dark synchro monsters, which can be a crazy effect later, especially if you mix this with a lot of different decks, which is insane. And if a card that you control would be destroyed by a card effect, while you control a Red Dragon Archfiend or a synchro monster that mentions it, you can manage this card from your grave instead, giving you some protection. This card is really good because you can search out cards like Bone Archfiend, which is another new card that we got in the structure deck. We then have Vision Resonator, which is a really cool card based on Red Dragon Archfiend and the copies of the Fortune Ladies, which is really cool. It also has a really cool effect that if a level 5 or higher dark monster is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand, and you can only special summon it once per turn this way, but if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a spell or trap that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend from your deck to your hand, which is a great ability to search out the new Gaia card. We then get a reprint of the original Red Dragon Archfiend. That's really cool. Finally, a holo printing of Red Rising Dragon. That's super cool. We have Everyone's King, which he's my king, I know that. And he's the first card that's ever a human type, which is funny. I mean, this guy could like completely duke it out with a Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is funny to me because they gave him 3,025. So I could just like, it's just funny to me to see this dude like punch a Blue Eyes and he would like tie with it. Like that's insane. Like, dude, come on. He's got like 3k attack points. Look at that. He's like, put him up, Blue Eyes. Get out the way. I'm the new king of vanilla monsters. He doesn't even have the level. Like, you can normal summon this dude. We then have a new copy. Well, not new, but we have Red Supernova Dragon. That's pretty cool. We have Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, King Calamity. While we can play it, I'm sure this card is eventually going to go because of the Crimson Dragon, but it's really cool that we got a super for now. We then have the new Scar Red Dragon Archfiend. This card is really awesome. That if this card, or this card's name becomes Red Dragon Archfiend while on the field or in the graveyard, and if this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard, just special summon a Red Dragon Archfiend from your extract. And it is treated as a synchro summon, meaning it's actually been summoned correctly. It also has the ability then, if this card was sent to the graveyard as synchro material for a Dark Dragon synchro monster, you can destroy all attack position monsters that your opponent controls, essentially giving you open way to OTK, which is amazing. Plus, the foiling looks really nice on this card. We then have the new Bone Archfiend. This card is amazing to be able to search off your copy of your Soul Resonator, but it's really good because if this card is in your hand or grave, you can send one other card from your hand or field to the grave, special this card from your hand, which is an amazing effect, locks you into Dark Dragon Synchros, And then also you can target a face-up monster that you control that has a level and send a Fiend Tuner from your hand or deck to the grave. And if you do, increase or decrease its level by 1, which you're always going to decrease, so that this card down to 3 to be able to use your level 3 copy of your Soul Resonator with this that you use to search it to be able to make your copy of Red Rising Dragon, which helps you step into other plays. Also, this card helps you get Crimson Resonator in the graveyard, which is amazing because then you can bring it back with Red Rising. We then have a single copy of the Dark Resonator. This is what started all the Resonator cards, which is amazing. We have Creation Resonator as a reprint, Synchron Resonator, Red Resonator, Crimson Resonator. This one was like one of the best ones. Vice Dragon. I remember Jack summoning this card during Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. This card is so cool. He's like a complete walking muscle, which is really funny. We then have Battle Fader, which is nice. Red Sprinter. This was from Arc 5. That's really nice too. Red Warg. That's really cool. Wandering King Wildwind. I remember when this card was really expensive before it got a reprint, and it just got another one, which is nice. We have Phantom King Hydrite. I've done some funny things on the channel with this card because it is a level 3 Fiend Tuner that you can actually bring out with Tour Guide, which is funny. We have Magical King Moonstar. Absolute King Backjack. Funny thing, this card is actually based on Jack Atlas. If you look at the hair right here and over here, it actually looks just like Jack Atlas from the back, which is funny. We then have Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode. This is actually really cool. I've also done a Red Dragon Archfiend Assault Mode deck profile on the channel if you guys would like to check that out. But this card is really cool. I really like it. I love the Assault Mode cards. They're really neat. We have Assault Beast. That's really cool. They give you the Assault Mode package in here as well. Psy Reflector. This card did need a reprint. And this is really nice that they actually reprinted this card. It was actually a little bit tough to get a hold of, which is nice that they actually included it in the structure deck, making it a little more accessible for everybody. We then have Fire and Ascatar. That's really nice. Ascatar Dawnwalker. This helps you make Red Dragon Archfiend because when you summon this out to your side of the field, you summon Fire and Ascatar from the deck, giving you a level 8 Synchro play, which is really cool. We then have Danger Nessie, giving us some more dangers. Danger Chupacabra. That's really nice that they've reprinted both of those. Those are really useful cards, and I believe that Danger Chupacabra actually was in need of a reprint anyways. We then have Witch of the Black Forest, a classic card. I used to use this a lot in Red Dragon Archfiend. Maybe they even saw it on my channel, which is why they included it. I don't know. We then have Absolute Power Force. This card basically turns Red Dragon Archfiend into a tank, which is insane. It has the ability that you target a Red Dragon Archfiend you control, and if that monster you control battles an opponent's monster this turn, apply these 4 effects until the end of the damage step. It gains 1,000 attack. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects. If it attacks a defensive monster, you do piercing, and any battle damage inflicted is doubled. That is insane. It basically just turns it into Blue Eyes Chaos Max, which is really cool. It actually does. That's insane. It really does actually turn it into Blue Eyes Chaos Max because it does double piercing damage. It goes up to 4K, and it also cannot be destroyed by card effect. Your opponent can activate anything, which Blue Eyes Chaos Max doesn't have that ability, but it still pretty much turns it into a Blue Eyes Chaos Max. That's really neat. We then have Crimson Gaia. This card is a 1-card combo, and so is Soul Resonator, but this card is really good because it has the ability that during your main phase, you can add a Red Dragon Archfiend, or 1 card that mentions it from your deck or graveyard to your hand, except a copy of Crimson Gaia, which is great to be able to add cards like Soul Resonator to your hand off this card's ability. It also has the ability that when your Red Dragon Archfiend declares an attack, you can change all monsters that your opponent controls to face down defense position, which is basically a Book of Eclipse, and if a monster on the field is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can special summon Red Dragon Archfiend from your graveyard, basically just giving you another Red Dragon Archfiend for destroying a monster, which is insane. We then have, let's go ahead and put these new cards to the side. We then have Resonator Engine, Resonator Call. This is not even once per turn. That is insane. If your opponent like Ash Blossoms one, you're like, oh, cool. Here's another one. So anyways, we then have Resonator Command. This is actually a really cool old school card that searches fiend monsters. We then have Burning Soul. This card lets you synchro summon during your opponent's turn, which is really nice. A nice reprint of Pot of Extravagance. That's really cool. I like that. We then have Fiendish Golem. This is a new card tying the Fiendish Chain card into Red Dragon Archfiend. It lets you target a monster on the field with 2,000 or more attack, banish it until the end phase of the next turn. Then, if you activated this card while you controlled Red Dragon Archfiend or a synchro monster that mentions it, you can set a Fiendish Chain directly from your deck or grave, giving you Fiendish Chain for free while also banishing a monster. So that's actually really new and really cool. Red Zone. Red Zone is cool. This is like the Earthbound Immortals, but in Red Dragon Archfiend form, which is really cool. It has the ability that when your opponent activates a card or effect while you control Red Dragon Archfiend or a synchro monster that mentions it, you can target one card on the field and destroy it. You can also target one of your banished Dark Dragon synchro monsters and special summon it, which is a really cool effect to be able to just bring back your cards, especially if you include cards like Buy Steals to banish your copies of your Dark Dragon synchro monsters for this card's ability. We then got a King's Synchro, you know, the king himself. We then have Red Rain. This card's really cool. Time to Stand Up. This card is really nice, actually. We then have Fiendish Chain, pretty good old school reprint. Powerful Rebirth, actually used by Jack Atlas. Assault Mode Activate. Terrors of the Underroot. And then we have some more Synchro reprints, which is really nice. Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, one of the best Red Dragon Archfiends. We have Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane. And then finally, we have Red Nova Dragon. That's really cool. They pretty much gave you every single one of the Red Dragon Archfiends that you needed. But just showing you guys really quickly some of the new cards. These are actually all the new cards from this structure deck. And they're all really good, actually. You can use the majority of them in the deck. The only one that you don't really use is the Fiendish Golem in a full-fledged deck. But you can use these all in a $30 budget build, which we will be posting on the channel, which you guys should definitely hit that notification bell to be able to see that when it comes out. I'm super excited to show you guys it because I have a really spicy list for this for a full-fledged one, and I have another one that's going to come out that's a $30 budget build. So I think that's going to do it for this one, guys. We finally have a structure deck based on the king himself, everyone's king, the human 3000 attack point, Jack Atlas, which is so cool. He's one of my favorite characters from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. As you guys can see, this is actually a mat that I won at Nationals when I went to Nationals this year for a Win-A-Mat, which was amazing, and I finally have a use for it. We have Jack Atlas, so, you know, we finally have a structure deck for him, which is just really cool. But this is a really amazing structure deck, and I absolutely love it because you have so many cool reprints for Red Dragon Archfiend. You have so many cool reprints for different cards that you got out of the set, and there's so many good new cards for Red Dragon Archfiend, turning it into a really good deck, which I'm really excited for. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you guys have not gone out and picked up your Crimson King structure decks, definitely do so because this is an amazing structure deck for anybody to be able to pick up 3 of these and basically turn it into a really good deck, which I'm going to show you guys how to do on the channel. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.